Wow, what a recognizable chord from the beginning of the song. Hey, this is Brian from the GuitarFactoryOC.com, and I'm going to show you how to play Neil Young's Old Man. And a lot of people stray away from learning this song because it's got kind of an odd rhythm, but I'm going to break it down for you very simply so you can start playing this song today. I'm going to break down that intro for you in 4 simple sections, then I'll show you the verse and the chorus, and you'll be able to play the entire song. Let's jump right into it. And as always, I'm going to include a free PDF downloadable cheat sheet. You can click in the link in the description below. Okay, the intro of the song, I'm going to make this very simple for you and give you 4 easy steps to making it happen, okay? 4 parts. Part 1, we're going to put our pointer finger on the G string 5th fret, ring finger B string 6th fret. That's the shape we're going to base this whole intro around. What we're going to do for part 1 of the 4-part series is we're going to strum a down strum hitting just the D, G, and B strings of that chord. Now we're going to hit those 3 notes again, but lift the pointer finger up and give us a hammer-on from O to 5 on that G string. Okay, so it's down, hammer, and simply respond back now with down, up strums on the last 4 strings, the D, G, B, and E. So down, up, down, up. That's all part 1 is of this intro. Okay, now part 2 is very similar to that. We're going to start with the hammer-on though. We're going to hammer it on that same thing, O to 5 on the G. And we're just going to answer back though with a couple extra strums. So after the hammer-on, I want you to go down, up, and then down, up, down, up. Okay, so we're going to have basically 6 strums there. So part 2. Okay, and then repeat that for part 2. It goes twice there. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Now part 3, we're going to drop down to a D chord, okay? So I'm at the D chord here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the actual lower strings, the D, G, and B, and then I want to hammer on the middle finger, lift it off that high E, and we're going to hammer onto the 2 of the high E. All right, and we're going to respond back with a down, up, down. That's part 3. Let's put them all together for a quick second. All right, final one is part 4. What we're going to do is we're going to stay in this D here, and we're going to do a strum, but instead of a hammer-on this time, we're going to do a pull-off. Okay, now that pull-off is happening with our pinky on the high E 3rd fret, and then pulling off to where the D shape comes to life on that 2nd fret, that D strings, or that 2nd fret of the high E is already there. And then we're going to respond back with the same way we did in part 2 with a down, up, down, up, down, up. But if you notice, I took my middle finger off that to let the high E be open. That's part 4. Okay, let's look at all 4 parts. Beginning, number 1. Part 2. Now in the song, he begins the first kind of singing over that exact part. So you'll do it instrumentally, and then, oh man, take a look, it starts happening over that part I just showed you. Once that's done, we're going to be going into the verses. And the verses are simply 2 strums apiece with these chords. 2 Ds, 2 Fs, and by the way, if you want to do the easy F, if the F is still a struggle for you, you can do that easier F that does 3, 2, 1, and the high E's open instead of barring it. So that one still works for the song. So 2 Ds, 2 Fs, 2 Cs, 2 Gs. Now, we're going to repeat those, but the only difference will be no G at the end. We're going to do the F again. D, C, back to F. And that's your verse. throw in a little extra strums in between for a little bit of covering the empty space, but for now, just get those 2 downbeats on there and you can make it through the whole verse. All right, for the chorus, we're going to start with the D chord, and there's a very particular strumming pattern that goes over that goes with the words really good. So here's that first chord and the strumming pattern for the chorus. All right, what that is down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. That's what it does for the D every time in the chorus. And by the way, if that strumming pattern's a little tricky for you, you can check out my other video that really talks about improving your strumming. And also you can head over to the GuitarFactoryOC.com where I have the 4 pillars of guitar learning method. This is a great pillar that I study chords and rhythm in. So check that out. Links in the description below. So that D, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. And that's that real high singing part. See how it kind of goes with the strumming there with that. And then we're gonna do 2 A minor 7s. And what that is, it's just like an A minor chord, but it has no ring finger. You wanna take the ring finger off of your normal A minor and have the G string be open. Okay, and it's only 2 of those strums for that. So just 2 downs. And we're gonna then go to what's called an E minor 7. No, it sounds kind of big and scary, but it's just like an E minor, which is one of the easiest chords on guitar. But we're gonna do the E minor, but we're gonna put the ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B to make that there. Okay, so that's gonna make that E minor 7. So 2 A minor 7s, and I stop the ringing, and 1 down on that E minor 7. Let's hear it together so far, okay? Here's that D. Down, up, down, up, down, down. A minor, stop, E minor 7. Okay, so. Now, there's a special thing at the very end of this chorus to get you to repeat it. What they do is they do a muted kind of chop down, so you kind of cover your string with that muted chop sound. And then catch a G chord doing an up there with it. And that sets you up to repeat it. Sounds really cool, and you'll hear the whole band doing it in the song, so. Repeat. And that's your chorus. And if you want to start singing and playing this song, what I love to give in my videos is the first vocal note you want to match pitch to get the words going, and it usually sets you in the right key to be off and running. So when you start the song and you want to start singing that verse, old man, it's the note you hammer on. It's that pointer finger on the 5th fret of the G. Old man. So if you match your note to that, it's going to sound correct as you start to go into that. Hey, and if you're liking my videos and finding them helpful, if you can do me a hammer on by hammering on the like button, really helps out the channel. And also subscribe if you haven't already. This way you can get notified when I put out a new video or jump on live. And I do thank you for all your support, guys.